Get ready, because today I want to turn one of the most played childhood games, the game that everyone played, the game that if you played it, you could consider yourself to have gotten a legal driving license. I'm going to turn it into 4K ray tracing. I'll let you see it from a completely different perspective.
Oh, what is this, man? Oh my god, bro.
The number of players who downloaded the game is more than 500 million. If each one of you leaves a like, I'm sure I'll become richer than Mr. Beast. The time I have is literally only 14 days. So let's start without wasting time. On the first day, the first thing I did was take a screenshot from the game and import it into the program so I could get the correct measurements of the world. If I just tried to make a quick world like that, unfortunately, it wouldn't work. I needed to take accurate and complete measurements of the game world. After that, I started designing the world. Its layout was very simple, but the hard part was adding realistic textures to it. The textures in the original game were very bad, so I had to add realistic materials that reflect properly with the lighting. By adding them in Blender, it was really easy. Just search for anything you want, drag it, and drop it onto the object. When you see this scene, you might think that if you add real plants on top of the sidewalk or the barrier, it'll look more realistic, right? I tried that, but unfortunately, the PC started going crazy. It was dying from the amount of detail, so I had to ease up a bit on the computer. Poor thing, the same thing started happening everywhere. On the sidewalk, on the asphalt, and so on. I just added realistic materials to them. As for the white lane lines on the road, I simply took a section of the asphalt, painted it white, duplicated it everywhere, repeated it around 31 times, and now the road is ready. But we forgot something important, the buildings. In the game, all the buildings were just pictures because the game was released in 2013, and the strongest phone back then was the Samsung S4. So, of course, they had to reduce the load as much as possible. But today, our devices are powerful, so I need to add as much as I can and make it as realistic as possible. I searched for a ready-made building pack and found one that gave 5 ready buildings. The only thing missing was that the buildings had no doors, so I had to add doors myself to make them look more realistic. To you, this might look like something that took 5 minutes, right? But for me, I was shocked when I started working because it took me 3 days. Now I only have about 11 days left, so I need to hurry up. As for the cars, this was the hardest part for me because it's the most detailed part of the whole project. The first thing I looked for was the main car from the game. The real-life car's name is Tycho 1999. I know it's a weird name, but that's its name. When I started searching, I had 2 options to get the car. The first option was to look for blueprints of the car and model it from scratch, but that's very hard and would take weeks. The easier option was to find a ready-made 3D model. Most of the ready models are paid, but I found someone who made a free one, and thank God, the model had great details. It needed some adjustments, but it was highly detailed. I got the shape of the car, but wait a bit with me. This part had music. Anyway, I had to put it in the game. The first thing I did to the car was change its color to orange to give it the identity of the car from the game. The second thing I had to do was remove the dirt he added, because there's no way this would be a car in the game. If you look closely at the car, you'll notice it had no lines between the doors. It was just one big block. So I had to draw them myself. Turns out, he had already made them, but I still needed to fix them. Now I think I reached a really good result. Look, here's the car from the game, and here's the car in real life. From this point, I started getting excited, because at first I was afraid the project wouldn't be completed, but now I'm sure it's becoming real.
Good. What is this, man?
After that, I added the Porsche 91. The Porsche is in the game, but in real life, man, it's amazing. Honestly, the person who made it is very talented. Just focus on the rear and front lights and all the little details. Unbelievable, truly incredible work. I also added the 2021 Supra. It's crazy as well. This video is full of luxury cars. They're seriously fire. Next, I added a Land Cruiser, also a nice design. Since the game had trucks, I added one truck too, changed its color a bit, and left the rest as is. This collection alone is enough to make a full game. You know the big screens in Times Square? I thought they would add an amazing touch to the world, so I added screens everywhere and put some ads on them. Please don't ask me why. I just had to add an Arabic, Saudi touch. As for the other screens, I added ads for the 2034 World Cup and the Line project. Unfortunately, they don't show clearly in the video, but they look good. I added a few other ads and an image of Allah, and so on. This gave the world an amazing look. Lastly, I added a skylight to give it that cool rainy atmosphere. And finally, this is the result after 14 days. This, I can say, is the final button press.
Oh my god, bro. What the hell? Quality amazing, bro. What is this quality? Graphic, oh my god. Is this real? Real or AI? Oh, it's super amazing, super amazing, super like, subscribe bro, subscribe and like, okay, goodbye.